Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to the Lounge of Hugo Girl. I am your host, Lydia. I am back tonight. Hopefully, you all had a beautiful day. I had a great day today. It's been quite busy, but I'm enjoying these days lately. I've been having some very productive days and just some very enjoyable days. You got to enjoy life. Even the days that are hard, guys, you got to enjoy life. So welcome back to the lounge. I have a topic today that I wanted to discuss with the ladies. And this is one of those topics that it's going to probably get a lot of different opinions. And what I want to do is have like a self check, do a self analysis. And this would be something that you could probably journal, something that you could just think about to yourself. You don't have to share. You don't have to share with anybody, but just analyze it and think about it for yourself and then ask yourself those questions. I'm hoping that on my next podcast or within the next 2 weeks, I would like to bring a guest on my platform and do a little interview. So make sure you stay tuned for my first guest that I will have here on the podcast. So today, and we know you've already read the topic of discussion. What makes you a strong woman? What makes you a strong woman? Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. I think that can be defined in different ways. And I actually believe that it has a lot to do with the generation that you grew up in, the era that you grew up in. See, in the era that I grew up in, being a teen in the late 70s and early 80s, you had to be strong-minded. You had to be very strong-minded. In those days, it was often said that women did not have time to have a nervous breakdown. You did not have a time. If you had a lot of responsibilities, it was no time for you to have a meltdown. And we notice today that more than ever, that we see a lot of people who struggle with dealing with problems and things that happen in life. And sometimes I often wonder why. If you look back generations ago, a lot of women were able to handle things that was thrown at them, whether it was mentally, emotionally, or physically. Now, let me say this. I'm not condoning having to have that type of strength, but let's just note that that's the way things were. I remember seeing women just going through all types of emotional and physical abuse, and they could get up the next day and function. And that isn't ideal, but I remember seeing that from my mom to a lot of women just in the community. And oftentimes women that carried those types of loads were often referred to as being strong women because they could handle anything, or they were able to put on the facade that everything was okay even when they were warring inside or hurting deeply inside. Those women were considered to be strong. But I'm going to give you what I feel is a great definition of what a strong woman is. Now, if you're able to do that, and I actually feel like I took some of those traits from my mom, I think I dealt with a lot. And I'm not saying it's a great thing, but I am proud of myself for not allowing the troubles of my life and the things that I had to learn, lessons and stuff that I learned, to actually destroy me. So yeah, I'm proud of that. And I think that having that type of strength has brought me a long way. But I'm going to give you what I feel is the definition of a strong woman. And there's different types of strengths. Every woman don't have of them all. Some have all of them, some of them don't. Some of them are stronger in other areas than others. But this is what I think. A strong woman is a person that is self-confident. She is productive. She's a go-getter. She is optimistic about the future or her life. She's caring, and she's unafraid to stand up for what she believes in. And she will tackle any fear, even though she may be afraid, but she will handle that in the best way possible. Strong women aren't afraid to fail or to trust themselves to handle whatever emotional, mental, or physical issues that may arise. A strong woman is someone that is self-aware. She continually tries to overcome her fears, and she knows how to control herself. She does not allow herself to be broken by the words of others. And she's very patient in the situations that she has to deal with. Now, you might be asking yourself, why am I asking these questions? Because I want women to be empowered and realize that just because we don't own the strength that men have does not mean that we cannot be strong and that we cannot deal with adversities that happens to us. And we are not afraid to stand up for ourselves and speak when we need to speak. And we have control of our emotions. We don't allow people to get us out of character. When you are able to handle yourself in situations that probably when you were younger would have gotten you just off keel, you would have been acting crazy, acting out. See, a lot of people think that strength means people that can fight, people that can read you, that can curse you out, and have that appearance of somebody that is a bully or scary. But I always say strength to me is soft-spoken. Strength to me is quiet. And those are the people that you need to be fearful of. Not someone that's always popping off, always got a lot to say, but that person that has good control of their emotions and they exercise those strengths when needed. See, you don't have to be loud and boisterous in order to have strength or to be respected. Sometimes just being soft-spoken, assertive, and standing up for yourself often will display that strength without you having to speak a word. See, a lot of people feel that they have to speak their strengths and show their power and try to evoke fear in people to make them think, oh, she's strong, she'll do this or she'll do that. But I think that strength is not necessarily in how you display. And I just want women to know that you don't have to look like that in order to say that you're strong. You need to work on those things that are internal. On the things that you are afraid to do, learning how to step into that fear makes you strong. Standing up for yourself and speaking out for yourself, even when you don't know what the outcome is going to be, to me, that displays strength. Being brave and having courage. Always constantly in pursuit of learning being humble enough to know that you never are too old to learn. Sometimes people think that at some point in life when they get a certain age, that means they don't learn anymore and they know it all. But a woman that's strong, confident, knows that she's always in a state of learning. Knowing her self-worth definitely is a characteristic to me of strength. A woman that is organized and manages her life. She's confident even in being alone. She loves herself. And even if she does not have a partner, she knows that she's worthy of love. She's very emotionally independent. And she's able to have healthy relationships with other people, with women, with even significant others in their lives. And if you feel that some of these qualities or these characteristics you do not possess, that's okay, because all of us don't have them all. But in my opinion, those are definitely some of the characteristics of what a strong woman looks like. It's not in the physical strength. The mind is very powerful. And when you have strength in your mind, you are strong. You are strong. So I just want you all to think about what it is about you that makes you a strong woman. What are some of the things that you possess that you can say creates strength in you? And are you proud of that? I'm very proud of myself for overcoming a lot of obstacles that would probably have taken out many people who did not know or could not see down the road of what was going to be the outcome. Because a lot of people can't manage if they don't know what's going to happen. But when you're truly within your power, you know that you can make anything possible if you have faith and you believe and you continue to get up every day and take one step, put one foot in front of the other. You're capable. You're strong. You're powerful, ladies. So we're here on this podcast to help empower one another and to know that we possess the qualities within us to be strong and confident women. Yeah. Ask yourself that question. And if you hear anything within these qualifications or these characteristics, I should say, not qualifications, try to work on some of those things. And never be afraid to get with people who can help you to grow and to learn these techniques to make you strong. Yeah. All right. So thank you all for tuning in tonight to You Go Girl. I am Lydia, your host, here in the lounge. Hope you all have an amazing rest of the week and a wonderful weekend. And be on the lookout for my special guests that will be on the podcast here in the next couple weeks. And I hope it will be one that you will tune into. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I will see you all here in the lounge on next week. Have an amazing evening. Peace and love. Good night.